Greetings, fellow traders. I switched accounts there real quick. Hold on one second. Let me get this tweeted out so everybody can join in here. Hold on. There we are. One second. Do 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 do. There and one more. And there. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right. Well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. What a day today. Epic dip buys today. Epic dip buys today. So good stuff there. Here we are for Thursday's
Epic
episode.
dip buys today.
Epic dip buys today. So good stuff there. So good stuff here. Hopefully
Here we are for Thursday's Epic dip buys today. Epic dip buys today. So good stuff there. Here we are for Thursday's Epic dip buys today.
Awesome, awesome, good. All right, well, good stuff. So, okay, good. Yeah, sorry, I had my headset in, kind of acting a little bit funny. So good stuff there. So today we're gonna be going over, finishing up our series this week of what is setting up. So what is setting up for Friday? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna review everything that we looked at yesterday, that we had on our bullish trader and our bearish trader, and then we're gonna see what's setting up into tomorrow and what we might expect going from there. So good stuff. So before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. Everything we're going to talk about, of course, for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see where we left off with the market here today. And then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what they're up to or down to here this evening and what we might expect going into tomorrow. And then we're going to take a look at what's setting up, and then we'll go through questions and chart requests because you guys come up with some good ones also, which is awesome. So let's get started. All right. So SPX down at 4 points today, right? So it's kind of an interesting day, but wow, did they buy the dip today? Even though we're down, right? It was a big dip buy at the open, which is really impressive, right? So weekly chart, we still have this kind of narrow range week. No, it's actually not that narrow, 60 points, but for a weekly chart, it's definitely not one of those weeks, right? Daily chart, I mean, it's got to hold right here. Today's lows got to hold, right? So this is our wave count, right? So we had that big impulsive move up since the Corona crash, ABC correction, another impulsive move up, ABC 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, pull back here for a 4. All right, we're right below the ADMA and below this geometric line right here. So let's see if they could push it tomorrow to get this thing going. It would actually be cool if they kind of turned it sort of like an evening star type setup to continue to work its way up. That'd be awesome, right? And then that we'd look for a wave 5 of subwave 3, right? Because here's your wave 1, 2, there's your 3, right? Then we might see a wave 4, and then we'll see if we can get a larger wave 3 up, which would be really, really cool. So anyway, we'll see where we go from there. So let's take a look at the intraday price action. 15-minute chart. Also kind of interesting too, I just wanted to point this out, right? This is the pitchfork that we've been looking at for a while, right? So this is one that we did here. So again, from the December lows to the Corona crash high to low, right? We're right at the top of the pitchfork again. It looks like we're kind of turning off of it, right? So we do have that going on. But other than that, hopefully that wave count holds up to kind of keep things going to the upside. So this is today's price action, guys. It was choppy. It was choppy, sloppy, but you know what? We can kind of expect that after a big day like yesterday, a big down move like yesterday. However, the dip buy was epic. It was epic, and then it held, right? Then it was just kind of choppy, but there were some individual names that stood out, which we'll probably look at here this evening. So again, a lot of choppy stuff right there. Did a couple little moves, right? But that was the dip buy right there. Why did we like the dip buy today? Well, the sell-off yesterday on SPX had a lot to do with the SPX roll, right? So the futures contracts switching from December to March contracts, right? So they dump these contracts and they load up on the other ones, and so that was part of it. The second one is on Thursdays, you have about an 80% chance of a gap fade. Right, so that you add that to the mix, and then you had a lot of strength on a lot of the big names today, and that just got the market going here this morning. But we didn't really see much follow through. Some names did follow through pretty nicely, but the market itself was just kind of blah for the rest of the day there. So again, these are the levels we provide to our members for each market open. So you can see the volume levels played out really well today, right? So this the volumetric midline and the volumetric low right here But here's your move at the open, right? Quick flush and then a big dip by here. This is it just basically defended that gap and held that kept that wave count intact, right? And then we had all this type of fun action here today. So pretty interesting there. Other than that, let's say with the futures and see what they're up to or what they're doing here this evening. See if they're behaving or misbehaving. Well, it's a little more chop here tonight. So again, this is what we looked at here today. This is a huge dip buy. We had a big signal zone right here. So it was a big dip buy area. And of course, we knew that we were getting to our single prints from the 12-2. And also through the overnight low, right? So that gave us a couple good levels to trade through, and then we got this big dip buy right here in the futures, right, which is really nice, and then just this kind of this choppy price action. But a lot of these levels held really well. What I liked here today was we did have a couple of harmonic moves, right? We had this move down right here, the higher low to work its way up, and then this little harmonic sneaky move right here. You had this, you had a nice 886 retrace right there, and then boom, you get yourself like a nice little butterfly there. For the move up right there. So again, those are fun to catch as well. So despite the choppy price action, there was some good moves today. So going into tonight, we'll see what we have in store. So we've got this geometric line here we're going to keep an eye on, and this geometric line right here that we're going to keep an eye on and see if we can break out of this triangle one way or the other. If we break out above it, that would be cool, and that would definitely support the larger wave theory up. So that's what we have going on here today. So good stuff. So today, again, we're going to be continuing our series on what is setting up. And so let me pull up the watch list. Let me get that loaded up right here. The what is setting up watch list. So again, picked about like 50 names or so, or that all reasonably tradable type names. And let me get this pulled up here. Here, let me sort it alphabetically. Here, and then let me get it pulled up on the screen here. There, and I believe that should be the one. Good. All right, we got it. Cool. So here's the watch list. All right, so let's before we look at the watch list, give me 1 second. Let's do this. Let's go through what we had setting up into today and kind of review those. So let's go here to the daily chart. So today on the bullish radar from yesterday's show, we had Boeing as a potential mover, right? And I actually tweeted this one out today here publicly. And so we can see, so this is what we were liking about Boeing. We liked yesterday, we liked the lower shadow off of the ADMA. We liked that it was holding the 382. And so if they were gonna buy the dip at all, it had to be here, right? Otherwise, you had this open gap below, and the 618 was the next one down. So we were hoping they would get some strong follow through in that one. I don't like the upper shadow to close the day, but I do like the intraday action, right? So a lot of these names just gave these really strong dip buys at the open, right? Boeing's a little bit tricky. It gave a little bit of a 15-hour pullback right here, then one more bounce, right? And then it's up a little bit here after hours. So that's kind of what we look at there, and we'll see if it gets any follow through into tomorrow. Again, you can kind of keep it on the bullish radar. If it gaps up, we could still keep that on the radar too, because we're looking for a larger wave 5 up, right? So this is here, so activate this, right? Put that right there. So here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, right? And what we're thinking here is that this is sort of like a actually here, this would be a subwave 1, this would be a subwave 2, okay, and then we had our 3. Right, because remember, each impulsive wave contains 5 waves, right? So here's your wave 4 today, hopefully, right? And then we'll see if this thing can basically do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here to finish this wave 5, this impulsive move up. Okay, so we'll still look at it. We'll still definitely keep it on the bullish radar. If we don't see anything else, it'll definitely be on the list. So let's take a look. What else do we have going in today? We had CCL. We wanted to observe this one and see what it did. Not CC. Was CCL on the list today? For the dip buy, right? Yeah, to see if it held the 382. Okay, I was like, wow, that's a tough candle. Okay, I got it. So very, very similar. It looks very similar to Boeing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This did not push as much, right? So the cruise lines were okay. They did give a move, but it just didn't hold today. It is up here after hours. So we'll see how it goes right there. Inside day, we'll keep an eye on those levels. Cisco and Goldman Sachs are the next two from the bullish radar. They're the only ones that held green, but they did not gap up. In fact, they gapped down and was barely a little bit of a move right there. So again, that's kind of off the radar right here, so not one that we mess with. Goldman Sachs, though, still looking pretty strong. Okay, so that was on the bullish radar right here. They give a dip buy on that one as well. right? So big move right here, but that gave a strong 15-hour breakout after the pullback to the ADMA and then worked its way up. So still looks pretty bullish, but we'll keep it on the radar, but not super duper awesome unless it gives us some sort of pause day on that one. Let's take a look at the bearish names. So we had JD. JD got a little bit of follow through the downside, inside day down. Right, so you can see here that was a real quick move right there. And then the retrace up here was about an 886 retrace, and then it came back down to test the 15-hour below. So a little bit of price action right there. But we talked about the cloud yesterday. Again, we like the thin cloud. We just wanted to see if it could get through it. Right, that was the idea there. Okay, let's see what else we have. AMD was on the bearish radar because, right, we thought it might get a little bit of movement down to the 618, but they bought the dip on basically all these big names today. So again, you could just tell from the price action the this thing wasn't going down. So and it held up pretty well today. I actually like this buying here. So it looks pretty bullish going into tomorrow too. So back over the 382 and the ADMA. So good stuff there. Mr. Softy on the bearish radar today. This one actually played out, so which is nice. Right, why do we like Mr. Softy? Why do we like Microsoft? So we like Microsoft because of the breakdown candle here below the geometric levels, right? And it looks like it might be doing a little pause to the downside. So I think we should probably keep Microsoft on the bearish radar going into tomorrow. Look for some more continuation, right? So this is actually not a horrible candle to look at, but we'll definitely look to see if we can gap down tomorrow on this one and see if it gets any continuation. So look at that. Again, it was bullish with everything else today, but this thing really started to get bearish right here, right? So we had some very nice retraces on that one, which ended up going pretty well there. So you kind of take a look here. Here's your drop, right? If you miss the drop, there's your upper shadow off of the 382. Right, to get down back to the 15-hour below today. So we'll see how it goes. Again, it's right at the bottom of the cloud. If we gap down tomorrow, this thing could see some more downsides. Keep an eye. Missed a softy going into tomorrow. Another one on the bearish radar was Peton. But Peton held up well. But remember, we were just looking for continuation of the downside. This thing ended up ripping with everything else. Look at that. Nowhere to short on that one at all today. This thing was a big mover to the upside. So very cool stuff there. We'll keep an eye. It's not really breaking out at any major levels yet, so it's not really on the bullish radar yet, but it gave a nice move right there. And then last one was Zoom, but they bought the dip on Zoom too. Nasty candle yesterday. There's your breakdown candle. Did it give us a pause day today? No. But did it gap down? No, right? So I mean, again, a lot of dip buys today, and these things just kept going up. So it is what it is, right? But that's why we're not short on it yesterday, just because it gave a bearish candle. We keep it on the radar to see if we get bearish action, right? And then we look to our targets, or we look and see if it gave us like a pause day, and then we could check it the next day. So we got that going on. All right, cool. So that's the action from our list from yesterday. So let's go through the list again today and see what we might have setting up going in tomorrow. So let's go through these alphabetically. Let's go through American Airlines. So AAL hung in there today, big inside day, bounce off the ADMA. So not really a pause day or anything like that, not really breaking out. So I mean, unless it gaps up or the sector is strong, we'll keep an eye on it. Apple was actually ended up being really good. Right, we talked about this yesterday. We put it in the bearish radar because we had so much support levels right here, and it really ended up playing. I want to show you one more support level on Apple, which I think it'll be like what? So you got if we start the Fibonacci's right here, from here to here, look at that, right off of the 382 and the cloud and a prior inside day level, right? So these are very important levels right there, and then a big move up on Apple. So that was a huge dip buy at the open today, big move on that, and then it just chopped into the close. But again, it was all about the dip buys today, right? AMD we already looked at. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon's actually looking like a pause day going into tomorrow too on the bearish radar. We'll keep it there and see if it continues to stay weak. So I can put that on the bearish radar going into tomorrow. Boeing, of course, we can still keep on the bullish radar to see if this wave 5 continues to work its way up. Baba ended up gapping below the triangle, but back into the triangle range. So no real action on that one. Beyond just kind of chopping around right now. CCL again, we looked at upper shadow inside candle there at the 80 man. This is interesting. Keep an eye on this one tomorrow. If it breaks down below that inside day, we might see some more downside action on plus the gap below. Chewy with an inside day today. Keep an eye on that one. Cisco again pulled back to the 80 MA. We'll see if that gets some continuation to the upside. D-Dog. This one we were like, it looks kind of bearish. Maybe it holds the same. Wow, did that one hold the 618 and bounce today? Would love to have seen a close towards the highs without this upper shadow right here because we came into a little bit of resistance right there. But what a dip buy on D-Dog today. Look at this thing. That one actually kept going. Then it triangulated right here too, right at the ADMA and continued to work its way up. So that was nice. Let's take a look at DKNG. DKNG hung in there today. Big shooting star candle. It's still kind of tight here. Again, a little bit lower volume on that one. Facebook with an inside day at the 50-day moving average, so we'll keep an eye on that too. FSOY, nice hot dog pattern right there, right? So we'll continue to keep it on FSOY, see if it goes. GME, again, pretty good recovery there off of the earnings. So again, wasn't a move down. Goldman Sachs still on the bullish radar. IBM back to the ADMA. You can see if that holds. Intel at the 382, still hanging on to this one with an upper shadow there. IQ, maybe a little bit of pause there. We'll see. JD still interesting on the bearish radar. Still interesting as we get into this cloud right here. We might want to keep JD on the bearish radar still, right, to see which way it decides to go. JP Morgan, possible pause day to the downside. Keep an eye on JP Morgan. Okay, it could be a downside pause day below the ADMA. Lyft, it looks okay. It still looks like it's working its way there. Could be consolidating a little bit. MGM casinos. Look at that. That's a breakout candle right there. A little extra volume would have been nice, but if we put a geometric line right here, right, it's starting to break out. So looking pretty good. Got really tight at the ADMA and started to push its way up. MGM looking interesting going tomorrow. I'm going to put that on the bullish radar for tomorrow. Mr. Softy, we already looked at. Netflix. You got up 7 points there. Inside day could be a pause day to the downside if it decides to break down below those lows. So that's kind of interesting. NEO, a little after hours news on this one, right? A little offering after hours. So wah wah. So yeah, so tough right there. But again, we wouldn't want to be long in this one anyway. It's not breaking out anywhere, right? Just kind of did this. Okay, so keep an eye on that one. It might do a little gap and go to the downside if the market's weak tomorrow morning, right? So we got that going on. Nikola still kind of at the bear flag low. Nvidia potential pause to the downside, but it's getting really close to the geometric line, so we're going to see how that holds right there. Oxy, guys, this was great, right? So this was on our bullish radar this week, right? So oil names, right? We broke out above here, right? If you could swing and hold that through this nasty day yesterday, look at the payoff today. Fantastic. Wow. So nice job on Oxy. Just continually going. Tough to chase right now. Have to be in it. Penn doing okay, kind of hanging in there. PFE with an inside day. PLTR. To me, this looks impulsive, right? So it looks impulsive. This could be your A. Here's your B. Right? Might still be working on a C wave down. So just kind of keep an eye on that for PLTR. Piton again, we looked at. Roku, nice candle again. It looks like it wants to get to all-time highs again. SDC, pretty decent. Reasonable breakout. I mean, we can keep that on the radar to see if it wants to give like a pause day or something like that tomorrow, or if it gaps up strong. Could be one to keep an eye on. Shop with a big recovery off the 50-day moving average. Huge recovery off of a nasty down day yesterday. And Snap. Beautiful, guys. This was our trade of the week idea this week from the newsletter. So anybody who's not a newsletter subscriber, consider jumping in and check out what we got, right? We put a lot of great information out there, and Snap was one of our ones that was on the radar this week. So, and members did quite well on this one, and today was a great day, too, for Snap. Snow. Upper shadow here at the ADMA space. SPCE, again, like decent little bounce right there. Tesla, always keep Tesla on the bullish radar, right? Twitter, guys, this is an amazing candle today. I mean, big move right there. I mean, it really pushed above. Big breaker candle. Filled the gap today, too. Look at this. Gap fill right there. Big move on the Snap news, right? So filled that gap right there. Got to keep Twitter on the bullish radar. I mean, that's an incredible candle on that one. We actually looked to trade this one long today. I didn't get in it. And I liked its relative strength at the open, but it just kind of was drifting sideways like everything else, and I just took my eyes off of it. But when some news came out on this one, this got really nice and then pushed its way up. So nice candle on Twitter today. Obviously keep that on the bullish radar tomorrow. See if it gives a pause day, something like that. Uber decent recovery, and Zoom again still hanging in there. This could be just like a little bit of a retrace. If we go to the short-term time frames on this one, right? You know, I mean, you got your big move down right here, right? Here's your A. You know, B, maybe try A, B, C, you know, it looks like a potential zigzag move down, right? So here's your impulsive move down, right? A, B, C, maybe 1, 2. So if you go here from these lows right here, right, you're about the 50% reach. If it goes up here to this 404 and rejects it, 404, 405 and rejects it, look for some potential downside on Zoom. So there we go. So bullish radar, we got Boeing, MGM, SDC, and Twitter. Bearish radar, we've got Microsoft, Amazon, JD, and JP Morgan. So good stuff. All right. Well, hopefully you guys found that helpful, and at this point now, let's see what you guys are looking at, and see if we can find anything else to put on our bullish or bearish radar. So good stuff there. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in this evening. So let's run through and take a look. So Suya, good to see you. Thanks for making it, man. Let's take a look at SPCE again. So SPCE again, good bounce here off the ADMA. Let's see if it continues to work its way up. Zoom. Again, we just talked about that one. Look for that 404, 405 level and see if it holds or not, and then we'll look to see where it goes from there. A, B, and B. Finally, look at that IPO right there. 165 it hit, and then a low of 141. What a crazy shooting star candle on this one. Again, it was supposed to, what was it, supposed to be originally valued in like the 60s, and now it's in like it was in the 160s, 140s. So definitely keep an eye on this one and see where it goes here. Finally, the much anticipated IPO of Airbnb. Great find on that one. And then what's going on? Going to see it? Yeah, so Pfizer. What's that doing? Is it doing anything after hours? Let's kind of zoom out here. Okay, so Pfizer with an inside day today. Again, it gave a good breakout candle, kind of a pullback inside day, so we'll see how it holds going in tomorrow. It is up nicely here after hours. I guess on more like vaccine, good, happy vaccine news. Let me fix this weekly chart. For some reason, it's all messed up here. No, it should be okay. Price actions, keep time zoom. Okay, let's keep it right there. But anyway, yeah, Pfizer, generally has been pretty strong. So, there are folks that are still pretty confident in its move. Right, so if we go here, again, just keep it on the inside day and see how it holds, see how those levels hold going into tomorrow. So good stuff there. And AAL, Airlines. So again, big inside day on this one here today too. Definitely want to keep an eye on it. Again, the big thing with AAL, again, you see that geometric line right here? Right, so there's some selling pressure right here, right? And it met that selling pressure the other day. So I really want to see like a strong candle break above these levels for AAL. But good find, good stuff. Creighton, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Edit. Yeah, this thing's been epic. This is just one of those big movers right there. Again, huge moves, right? Gap, 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 gap. Just incredible. The thing's a monster. Great stuff there. TMO. Thermo Fisher. Possible bull flag in the works right here, right? So you got your inside day today, up 7 points here today off of those lows yesterday. So see if we can break above that little bull flag and see where we go from there. Piton, again, big move here. Again, it's still contained with this upward channel and still below this geometric line, right? So it was a good day today, but it's not really breaking out yet, right? So, but it does have some good momentum on it. LMND had a big move today. Lemonade with the squeeze, the lemon squeeze today, and then a big pullback, right? So big mover there, then bleh. So, but look at this volume that started coming. Look at triangle right there. You get a nice triangle right there. Boom, big volume breakout right there. Big move there on Lemonade today. So, cool. And they don't make lemonade, by the way. Frog. Frog doing okay there. So, again, Froggy here, just over the 80 EMA on that one, below the 50 days. So, a little bit of caution on that one. ILMN. The Illumina. So, again, holding on to those levels right there. Again, could be bull flagging right there as well. Band. Hanging in there, right? I'd still like to see a good volume there get above the cloud. Spotify, again, still working a double positive there, still working its way up. Pretty interesting right there. MT. Yeah, this is a big grinder right there. Careful, it's an ADR. Watch for your gaps on that one. AR. Wow, big breakout on that one. That's a nice candle right there. I've never traded this one before, but look at that. Nice little kind of cup and handle right here. Boom, cup. Handle, have a nice day. Right, so keep an eye on that one, see if it gives you a pause day, or if it gives you a gap up. Chewy, Buddy's favorite one. Inside day there on Chewy. We'll see how that holds MDB. Boom on MDB. Look at that thing. Woo! Big candle on MDB. A lot of these ones like had some dip buys and then they just kept on going. Twilio is another one. It's pretty wild today. Great stuff. Johnny Bravo, the Real Bubble. I love it. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Mike, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look at Boeing. Again, we walked through this pretty extensively here a little bit earlier. Again, we love the how it's breaking out right here. We like the wave count that we have. We're continuing to look at it, see if it can impulse up here. CCL. Inside day, just a little caution off of that, over those levels. If it breaks down below there, you're below the 80 EMA, you got an open gap below. So a little caution on that one. And Google. Good old Google holding on to some levels right here. So it's kind of in the congestion zone right here. Little hammer, below the 80 EMA. A little bit of caution, could be a hanging man. Just careful on that one. Good stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. Mike, what's going on? CRSR. Let's take a look at CRSR. Look at that one. That was a great one here, too. Another Michael in the group, in the room here, liked this one when it broke out of that channel high and just kept on going up. Now it's kind of coming back in again. Could be a little A formation, right? So a little bit of careful here if it breaks down below those levels. And J&J. So J&J, again, gave you a nice pause day yesterday, but couldn't get above it today. So it was just like, blah. So that going on. Thanks to you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you can hear. Fantastic stuff there. Public Adjuster, Waterfire, Hurricane Damage. What's going on? Let's take a look at some of those more software ninjas. AYX. Still in the congestion. Big C. Nasty shooting star candle. Be careful with that one. That could work its way down a little bit more. Billy. Inside day after the move up right here. See if that can hold. Bill. Big move on Bill, so keep an eye on that one. Chewy, again, that also had an inside day as well after earnings, so let's see if that can try to work out of those levels. Crowd had a big day today, guys. Big dip buy on this one. Mini breakout right here, so definitely one to keep on the radar for tomorrow, too. D-Dog. Again, great candle in there too. Look for some bullish follow through on that one. Docu still hanging in there. Big dip. Gosh, this thing worked its way back up and back down to the 786 again. It's got to hold right here. And it did, right? So let's see if we can push above those levels, above today's highs. Froggy, we looked at. Still hanging in there over the ADMA. FSLY, we looked at that on the through the illustrator. Nice hot dog pattern on that one. FTNT. Hanging there over the ADMA. Net had a good day today. Net was a strong day today. A little bit of an upper shadow to close. Now. NOW hanging in here a little bit. Again, nice dip buy on this one too. Funky price tag. It's a tricky name right there. NTNX. Big inside day on Nutanix. Okta. Huge reversal again. Big move on that one. Pan W. Inside day. PLTR. Again, careful with this one. It might be working on a wave C pullback. SMAR. Again, big move after earnings, right? And then kind of pulled back, but it's kind of hanging in there. It looks a little bit blah. Inside day and lower in the range, but big bounce off the ADMA on that one. SPLK. Still getting splunked. Watch if it breaks down below these levels. Again, we could see just an accumulation on this one for a while. Team. Inside day on that one. Twilio, watch for the breakouts on those levels. Twilio had a big day today. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Some good relative strength on that. W-Day. Upper shadow off the 50-day moving average. Caution there. ZI. Maybe hanging in there a little bit. See how that holds. It's kind of in the middle of that old triangle right there. Possibly bow and arrow support. And ZS off of the ADMA. So nice stuff there. Could be bull flagging. So good stuff. So I know, say it ain't so with Neo. I know. So let's see if they can buy the dip off of that one or not. If it does break down below, look for more weakness on Neo. So good stuff there, Tyler. I know. I love it. There you go. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. And pins and Snap. Yeah. So Snap is still going, right? And pins is trying. Right? Snap is just ridiculous, right? ZUK, right? So you got that right there. Again, this is our trade of the week idea this week, right? Going into this week, so it did well for us, right? Nice pause day, worked its way up, another pause day, and then just a huge move again today on Snap. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then a little bit of a deal with Twitter on that one too. X, again, continuing to mark the spot. This thing's been super duper bullish. Looks like the wave 5 is done, so possible ABC, so maybe a little C pullback in the works on that one. And then EDP. Some Portugal on that one, not sure on that one. But Michael Phil's just going the hardest 4% gain you ever made today. I know, yeah, it was very, very challenging. Nikolai, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Regeneron, is this thing bouncing yet? No, it lost the channel. Imagine, I guess everybody's looking at this channel now. So a little bit of caution right here. It's got to get it back above that channel on Regeneron. We need some volume to the upside. So good stuff there. Apple again. Really love how it held the cloud today and all these, the 382 and all these levels. So let's see if we can get some follows to the upside as well. STLD. Still continue to grind its way up. Again, a lot of these steel names, are looking pretty good here. NLS, again, maybe a reversal hammer. I would like to have seen some volume to show some capitulation on that. Otherwise, watch for the hanging man. GoGo. A little bit of a breakdown there off the inside day. And then Disney might be up a little bit after hours. I heard they had some good streaming data came out. Yeah, so keep an eye on Disney tomorrow. It could be a 15 orb radar stock. This thing is, accomplished, a lot recently, right? So a big move off the dip and all that stuff. It's amazing to see it up here, even though they've laid off 30,000 employees and all that stuff. But again, their streaming stuff is the big focus right now. Disney's becoming a streaming company instead of an amusement park and overall, physical entertainment. Really interesting, right? So the next CMG, how's that one doing? CMG is still kind of down here on the daily, on the 15 daily chart. Again, still holding on to the geometric line right here. So it was a good dip by there for CMG. And then EPD. There you go, got it. Enterprise part, yeah, nice move right there. Again, good push here today, great volume, so just kind of grinding its way up. Looks good. Looks bullish. Jeffrey, what's going on? XLP. Let's do some sectors. Yep, so consumer staples, kind of blah, kind of hanging in there right now. The XLC. Communications, it's okay there, right at the ADMA. The XOK. There you go. Technology, it's still under the ADMA on that one. And the XLRE. Yeah, real estate, a little bit blah. So we got that going on. But anyway, good stuff. Nice sector analysis. XOM, Michael. There it goes. Still moving. A good pause day yesterday, too. Nice doji sandwich, right? Doji sandwich up. Oil was still strong today. It's one of the stronger sectors today. So, Jeffrey, yeah, definitely the oil sectors were really nice. Kenex, what's going on? Apple, any signs of downside continuation? Tough. I mean, it held some really good support right here. I mean, at this point here, this looks impulsive, right? This could be sort of an ABC running flat, right? Let's just continue to monitor the price action. So, I mean, it's got some things working against it, right? If you go to the daily chart here, right, the macro, we're still below the macro trend line, right? We're still below this macro trend line right here, right? So we're kind of in the trend box. It's having trouble getting back above it. So, I mean, there's always a chance that this thing could pull back, especially if the market does decide to get weak, right? So it's got room either way. It's got room either way. Okay, so good stuff there. And then HD, yeah, it'd be interesting to see when this thing is ready to get the dip bought on it. So maybe here. Again, this is crazy bearish for us, right? This was a nice downside move, right? Kept on giving us downside action. Gave you a reversal doji right here to the upside. Tricky, right? I mean, if anything, maybe a 1-2, 1-2. I mean, it could be working its way down to the 200-day moving average, or if it gets over the 8-day, we might see a little bit of a push up. Again, look for volume and strength. So good stuff there. Senor D's, what's going on? Snow. Again, pull back there, upper shadow over the ADMA. SLS. Wow, look at that one. Woohoo! Big move on that one. Nice find on that one, Michael. Love it. You're finding some good ones right there. And then the Senor Z. Yeah, Z's looking okay right here. It's starting to break out, right? Not really a pause day, but it's generally looking pretty strong. And Cloud Guy, Zoom. What's going on? Good to see you. Long time to see you. Hope you're doing good. Zoom, hanging in there. Breakdown below the bear flag, right? Could be a little retrace here. We kind of looked at this a little bit earlier. Just a little bit of caution. Here's my bearish wave count on it. But if you go to the 60-minute chart right here, right, here's your wave 1, 2, and it might be a 1-2, possibly downside, right? Your retracement off of these levels here, right? We're looking at see how it holds the 405 level. If it does try to get bullish, if it rejects those levels, we might see some more downside on it. So that's kind of what we're tracking on that. So good, right? AI. Yeah, wow, nasty day yesterday. Huge reversal on AI today. Big move on that. And then ZS. Again, nice hold off the 8-day. Watch it. It could be working on, kind of like a bull flag right here. So definitely want to keep an eye on there. Michael, Public just drops 30 chart requests. I love it. Vsheth. What's going on? PLTR. Again, PLTR, be careful with this one, right? So big impulsive wave up here. Possible A, B, C correction. Watch, it might have some more downside for C. And Canex, yeah, HD did a reversal of resistance. Nice. Lindsay, what's going on? Amazon, let's take a look. AMZN. Yeah, so Amazon's interesting, right? So it's still stuck within this triangle. It's been rejecting these geometric lines, and today big upper shadow here off the ADMA and kind of pushing below the other lows, right? So we got Amazon going on the bearish radar going into tomorrow. We'll see. I mean, obviously it could work its way up, but still looking a little bit rough right there. And then Tesla, Mookie Tesla. I got a huge dip on Tesla today after the gap fill, right? And then STLD. Steel Dynamics, again, still strong stuff right there. Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah, my pleasure. Cedar, yeah, my pleasure. Tracy, what's going on? Good evening. mRNA, let's take a look. Yeah, inside day. Inside day off the ADMA, hanging in there. It's in the lower end of the range, so watch out if it breaks down below those levels tomorrow, but hopefully it can hold there for you. So good stuff there. And then Amazon 20 with your emotion. It's good at that. It's really good at that. Tricky name, right? Big move up, nasty move down, and then this kind of choppy stuff here, and then that upper shadow here on the daily chart. So a little bit of caution off of that too. So good stuff. All right, well, we got a bunch of stuff to look at going into tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the series this week where we look for what's setting up for the next day. And also, always appreciate the chart requests and the questions. So I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're new here, definitely subscribe on YouTube because we do this every market night. And we also have some other great videos. We got awesome playlists of other topics. We also, the links there in the description, go to our Twitter page where we put awesome ideas out there and we post our YouTube videos. And also our group. If you're interested in joining a group, we've got our newsletter, and then we've got our newsletter plus our Discord and private Twitter. If you're interested in joining that too, check out those links there on our website. So good stuff there. And then a couple other ones right there. So we've got, Tracy, got Facebook. Again, I think inside day today. So definitely want to see how those levels play out going into tomorrow, right? We still have some geometric lines below, so if it does break down, see if that holds there. If not, if it breaks up, see if we can get over the ADMA on that one. And yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Look at that ADMA kind of curling over right there. We broke down below the triangle and, down only 470 points today. Hodl, right? So we got that going on too. So awesome stuff, guys. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you guys bright and early for the Good Morning Market Prep video. And of course, for Bubble Report subscribers and Elite Access members, we'll see you guys in the Bubble Report and in the streams tomorrow morning. So appreciate you guys. Whether you're new here or not, please hit the like button. And of course, if you're watching the recording, please hit the like button as well. And we'll catch you guys soon. Stay healthy out there. And remember your risk first and stay safe.